Hello and welcome to another video about the topic of social anxiety and shyness. And in this video, I'm going to briefly talk about a different aspect of what causes social anxiety or shyness. I talked about it briefly in the last video, but this time I'm going to go into more details, and it's about you as a biological being and what your brain is designed for. Your brain, based on recent scientific discoveries, is designed to help you survive and not thrive. And this is why you feel so much anxiety when you're around people, because human beings used to be very violent back in the days, and life was mostly about survival. So you had to fit in, you didn't want to offend anybody, you wanted to do what is done by the leader of the tribe in order to not get rejected and thrown out of the tribe. And that has evolved in us, in our genetics, over thousands of years. So that's why you feel like every time you are getting into a situation where you might offend somebody or get rejected, or for whatever reason, you feel this kind of discomfort, and you don't understand why. You think that there is something wrong with you, but it's actually a very common thing. It's a very common thing that people feel this type of anxiety when they are, let's say, approaching somebody that they find attractive, or they're in a business meeting, in a networking meeting, or whatever reason, whatever cause it is, that they feel this anxiety. And it's because of your mind or your brain and the way it's hardwired. So the amygdala, the part of the brain, which is also called the lizard brain, I think, is responsible for this. Is responsible for this fight and flight response. And it's trying to help you survive. That's all what it does. And it's a very powerful signal in the body. And it's even felt in your nervous system. So once you understand it, you realize that it's actually not a bad thing. Your mind, your brain is trying to help you survive so you don't die. And this is based on thousands of years of evolution, at times where human beings were more primitive and life was more about survival. But things have changed. And this is where you can use this knowledge to actually transcend this very primal, basic part of your brain. And that is that we have evolved. Times have changed. We are more civilized. There are laws, there is mass surveillance. We have different technologies that can track people who commit some kind of violence. And we as human beings, morally, ethically, mentally, and spiritually have evolved to a point where we are more at peace with each other. And we have learned how to be treating each other in a better way. So there is less reason to fear putting yourself out there. And even when you feel this fear that is coming from your primal survival parts of the brain, even when you feel it, you can actually remind yourself that this is okay. That is just a part of you that is trying to help you live. And then consciously transcend it by pushing yourself and desensitizing yourself to this fear that your body is producing. And with time, you will feel less of it. But you also get better at listening to it in times where it's very important, because it is a useful tool. It is not a bad thing. So I hope that this helps you and allows you to understand that there is actually nothing wrong with you, that you feel this kind of fear. There is a good reason for it, and that you can actually do something about it to reduce it or even desensitize yourself to it, and with time grow to become more comfortable in social interactions and in high pressure social situations and thrive socially. So this was a quick video about the brain and one of the causes of social anxiety and shyness, that once you form your understanding around it, it will be much easier for you to push yourself and grow. Thank you for watching.